Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people and huge welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. I did debate about having a read on this subject. It's something that's popped up in my news feeds, had a chat to the boys, but I just feel compelled to touch on this just to get the information out there and get the consciousness working. I'm using my Lightseers Tarot, so those that know me know that it'll be a Mother Earth energies-based reading. Popped up in my news feed that in 2022 there was an unexplained mass die-off of elephants and the endangered elephants in the Botswana region. 350 elephants inexplicably died. What happened is they were falling ill. They were then circling for several weeks before they passed away. And scientists couldn't work out what was happening. They were thinking maybe it was poisoning, maybe it was uh, goodness, they just didn't know what was going on. Well, what's happened is that the scientists have now discovered that it is linked to a blood poisoning bacteria that normally sits every day in the tonsil area of the elephants. But with extreme climate change taking effect and the drought and the abnormally high temperatures in the Botswana region last year, the bacteria exploded out of control, moved into the blood of the elephants, was passed on from elephant to elephant because they are very social creatures, and caused this mass die-off. It is very similar to a mass die-off of the Saiga antelope in Kazakhstan a few years ago as well. So I just want to have a quick look going forward now. I really recommend that you go over to both the fifth column and look at a video of his yesterday in regards to climate change. But we have had Cyclone Lola in the Pacific, incredibly early in the season for cyclones to be forming, hit Vanuatu and New Caledonia. Causing all sorts of unusual weather situations in our neck of the woods at the moment. In Australia, we've had fatal bushfires already and mass bushfires in Australia, and we've gone into extreme drought, even though we got a lot of rain on the coast yesterday. Extreme drought very rapidly in our farming areas. And then you had Hurricane Otis in the Caribbean that literally lashed into Mexico, Acapulco in Mexico, causing deaths and damage, and winds reported up to nearly 300 kilometres per hour. Pop it in Google if you need to convert that to miles per hour. So we've also had the emperor penguins in Antarctica due to the unusual melting of the ice cap. About 10,000 emperor penguin chicks were wiped out. 3 out of 4 colonies, I believe. Basically, all the chicks were wiped out due to the early destruction or melting of the ice cap unseasonally. And then you've got a speaker in the House in the US who is a climate change denier and taking money from the fossil fuel industries. I just want to really have a look at the energies. Sorry, I feel like crying. I really, really feel like crying. Plant a tree, invest in renewables, walk if you can. What do we need to do? It's just something that I'm really feeling I need to bring um, to attention. Okay, show me about the energies behind what is happening in the world, and what can we do? Because the most important thing we can do is not feel helpless. Vote in politicians who are pro climate change, but on a community level, because change starts from community up. Do what you can on the community at home to start with. Compost your veggie scraps. put them in the garden, or start if you're in a unit situation, start a communal composting system. Grow some veggies on your windowsill if you can, even if it's just some herbs or a tomato plant. But let's have a look. Let's have a look. What do we need to know? The energies behind what's going on in the world. Whoo-wee. Energies going. What can we do? What can we thank you? What can we do? And I'm being told to do a Celtic cross here. I was going to do an energies reading, but I'm being told to do a Celtic cross. What can we do? What can we do? What can we take from this? What can we take from this? What can we do? What can we do? Yes, I know something's dropped out. I know something's dropped out. I'm just waiting for the boys to tell me I've shuffled enough. They're looking for particular cards and particular orders. Okay, thank you. Right, what can we do? Well, first of all, it's Five of Swords energy. This is about self-talk anxiety. We need to change our self-talk. We need to move our attitude from one of despair, which is literally is paralyzing, to what can we do? And it doesn't matter what it is, as long as it is something that is within your ability to do so. What can we do? Whether it's cutting down on the number. Oh, look, I'm a meat eater, but I would probably eat meat 3 meals a week rather than the usual 7, whether it's cutting down on your meat consumption, whether it's buying locally seasonal foods rather than having them shipped halfway across the world, whether it's recycling your plastics or not buying plastics, taking your own bags to the supermarket. Whatever it is that you can do, it's about changing the attitude from, oh, we're doomed, there's nothing I can do. Every little piece that each of us does make a difference when you multiply it by 9 billion people. So it's about changing the attitude to what you can do, because it will bring about significant change and moving out of this darkness and despair into the light. Not only on a personal attitude change that it will bring about change, first of all to the community and then onto the global scale. So yeah, this is about the ending of a chapter of what we have always done and moving into the new. And this is about bringing forth new ideas, new plans, new inspiration, being passionate about what you are doing, encouraging others to follow along with what you are doing, and bringing this forth. And to be honest, it's going to be uh, okay. I'm on my little soapbox here. It is going to be driven by the youth. But perhaps us oldies need to step back and have a look at what the youth are asking of us and what they are offering and what they are suggesting. But it's about being positive in what you can do instead of sitting back in despair and doing same old of what you can't do. It's about looking at the big picture, the broad horizons, and standing by these ideas and inspirations of what you can do, and looking at the big picture, whether it's putting a couple of solar panels on your roof, and to be honest, I was really surprised because I looked down my back laneway here and I look at all the little, I don't know what you call them overseas, but we call them whirligigs, the little air vents that spin around. And I thought, what a potential for electricity. And I looked into it. Actually, there is a air vent whirligig thing that you can purchase that will create electricity. Not a lot, but it's better than nothing. So this is about looking at the big picture, bringing forward your ideas and and being passionate about them, and what it is that you can bring to the party instead of allowing yourself to drown in despair, in emotional despair. This is about a physical doing. This is about an emotional drowning. So we need to bring ourselves up to the light, to the surface of these emotions and move into this sort of energy. If I look at the next two cards, this is about healing. It's about stepping back and bringing forth a healing uh, through intellect, science, knowledge, wisdom. It's not an emotional card. There's a heart here, but we do need to engage the heart, but it's about bringing forth healing from a factual aspect and moving back to simpler times. I'm going to do an old-fashioned reading here for, this is how I often do my personal readings. This is about moving back, simplifying our lives. Do we really need another set of shoes? Do we really need that the consumption that we're undertaking? Do we really need? This is about looking at what our parents and grandparents did and just stepping back and simplifying our lives instead of this trying to fulfill ourselves through consumption. It's about fulfilling ourselves by creating, creating. And once we do that, we will be able to create opportunities and bring about magic, and it will happen quickly, and it will bring about healing, and it will bring about steady progress forward. And it is about deciding what we want our future to look like, and then stepping into our authority and step by step by step by step by step making it happen. With this card, I'm always reminded that there are those of us that are on the express elevator where we go, yep, that's what we want, zoom. But we have to realize that the majority of people are not on that elevator with us. We need to step up. We need to, even us introverts, yes, I am an introvert, but I'm an outgoing introvert. Even us introverts need to step into the powers that we have and create these steps to bring everybody along on this journey with us. It's about a new beginning where we bring passion through our third eye, where we bring our spiritual knowledge, where we lift the vibration of the world. It's all about doing. It's all about what we can do instead of getting bogged down in what we can't. And it doesn't matter how small that can do is. If you're a great organizer, can you start a community garden in the local park? Yes, it might be a concrete park. Can you create raised garden beds to try and encourage people to get their hands in the soil and connect with the cycles of nature? This is about using your intuition, bringing your spirituality to the fore to bring about this new beginning where we can let our soul spirit fulfill the path that we are meant to be on and enter into this higher vibrational energy. Don't let the naysayers stop you from doing this, because they will eventually get on those steps. There may be, when you start out, there might be some negative pushback. Surround yourself in the knowledge that you are in this higher vibration, that you are doing this for Mother Earth and for the goodness of the planet, and be serene and comfortable and knowledge. Don't argue with them, just be the inspirational figure, because we have a huge healing coming here. It's not too late. If we think it is, it is. It comes back to, what's the saying? Whatever we think is, or if we think we can, we can. If we think we can't, we can't. It's not too late to move forward in regards to this. There's a lot of major arcana coming out in this reading, because this is about stepping out on this new journey in faith and hope and trust, coming down from bringing your knowledge, bringing what you have to offer, and coming down off this position you may have put yourself in where you feel you can't do anything. It's about coming down off that position, no matter how small, and then starting the steps, taking the steps on this journey forward. There will be naysayers, fossil lovers, big ute, burbly engine lovers who will who will try and well, Matt, just be careful. Just be careful. Just do and be the example rather than trying to convert others, because there are those that just won't be converted or don't want to be converted. But it's one of those, either you get on the train or you get left behind at the station, because this light is shining on them, and it is all about coming together as a community with new ideas, new healing, new potential, new opportunities, especially for the youth coming through, to be an inspiration for this youth so that they don't feel the despondency, so that they feel that they can step forward, because you will be seen and heard. You will be seen and heard in this positive action, and it will bring about a tearing down of the way things have been done so that it can be rebuilt anew. It's about deciding what is really important, hanging on to that, and letting the rest go, because it will be transformative. Okay, that went on a bit of a trail that I completely did not expect it to go. We've got then the King of Cups. This is about being the diplomat, the negotiator, being emotionally mature. So not getting into squibble squaps when people try and drag you down into the gutter. This is taking the higher road in regards to this, because you are bringing forth this energy that will change people's views. It's about having the courage to step up, step out of your comfort zone. And if it's even as simple as at your front door, if you live in a terrace house or an apartment, at your front door, putting a tree in a pot and nurturing it, which will be confrontational to some, whether it's even if it's a tomato plant with some basil around it with a, help yourself sign in there, whatever it is. It's about stepping up, picking up the key. This is a self-personal thing, unlocking the door to these opportunities to go forward, and leaving behind the emotions that do not serve us. We walk towards our new dawn, and we then live in balance and harmony with our planet. Okay, that went on a bit of a path that I didn't expect to. Love some feedback. Let me know. Draw your own cards. Take care. Look after yourself. Be in the positive. Do what you can. Love to you all. Take care.